New York City, the concrete jungle. But shouldn't a jungle have more green? My name's David Ferris. I'm a journalist, and I went to New York recently to look for the city's best green roofs. Here's what I found. The first stop on our tour is 1 Union Square East, which I like because it looks like Planet Krypton. And it also has some unique stuff you don't find anywhere else. This roof is 7 stories above street level and above Beth Israel Hospital, and the skylights look directly down into it. The towers surrounding this roof are apartments, and unfortunately only the gardeners can walk on it because the plants can't handle a lot of traffic. One special thing about this roof is those big earthen berms, which give the land some contour, and even allow some trees to take root. So you have what looks like a park, but it's actually a roof. This one was probably the best mixing of green roof and office space. This is the office of Cook+Fox Architects on Avenue of the Americas. And a few years ago, they wanted to get extra points toward LEED certification, which is the green stamp of approval for buildings. So they put plants on the roof. Like most green roofs, this one is planted with sedum, which is a tough little plant that can handle cold and snow and heat and drought with no problem. Now, the employees aren't allowed to walk out here, but still, I wouldn't mind working in this office if I could look at this all day. This one might be my favorite roof of all. This is the Brooklyn Grange, which, strangely enough, is located in Queens. But it is the largest rooftop farm in New York, at 40,000 square feet. They opened only last year, but are already growing tons of produce, including cantaloupes and beets and salad greens and lots of tomatoes. They have chickens, they have their own farmers market, and they teach classes in raising crops and how to grow mushrooms. And the most surprising thing of all is to look over the wall and realize, hey, I'm in Queens. Our next green roof is right next to Central Park. It's Regis High School, a private school on the Upper East Side. And it's green, but it's also educational. The kids get to learn about solar panels, they have a beehive. This researcher at Columbia University named Stuart Gaffin is studying how much water is retained by green roofs. And that's important because the plants trap a lot of rainwater that would otherwise go into the storm drains and cause sewage spills into the rivers, which is a big problem in New York City. Gaffin also brought me over to this big post office processing center on 9th Avenue. This one is a monster. It's the biggest green roof in New York, 2.5 acres, although the Javits Center is building one that will be even bigger. Frankly, this one isn't the most attractive green roof, but it keeps all those postal employees from going postal because they can go up there and relax. This roof has saved the post office about $30,000 a year in heating and cooling because the roof acts like a big roll of insulation. That is a lot of stamps. The last stop on our tour is a house in Park Slope in Brooklyn, where the homeowners had a full-on garden built on top of their home. This is Amy Falder of Redefine the Skyline, which built this greenery, partly around the solar panels, which produce much of the power used in the home. Just take a look at the surrounding homes, and then this home, and it's pretty clear that New Yorkers haven't even started to take advantage of the awesome real estate up on the roof. That wraps up our slideshow. I'd like to thank my tour guides for showing me up to the roof. Again, this is David Ferris, and if you'd like to learn more ideas about sustainable living, visit my website at theferrisfiles.com.